Hey guys, welcome to The Awakening. I wasn't sure what to put on The Awakening today, but if you were on my Facebook and you saw my Facebook Live, and well, some people said to me that you've got the guts to say what no one else says. I thought to myself, well, yeah, this is not for the faint-hearted. This is not for people that don't want to face things. This is not for the people that are numb. And if you look at the analogy of a mask, I'm taking them all off, every single one of them. So there's no Baba Bertha. There's no comedy. There's no crying. There's no emoting. Just gut-wrenching, pure truth. Because that's what I gave you on Facebook. And that's what I've been trying to do, I think, the whole of my life. I'm starting to feel that some of us star seeds were put here for a specific reason. And one of mine, was to tell you how it is. To tell you how it is. To tell you everything. The truth. And I was denied that when I was younger, as a kid. But then I went into the therapeutic community and they threatened to kick me out every time I said the king is not wearing any clothes. And this is this and this is that. And I pushed everyone's buttons and triggered everyone. They threatened to kick me out of the community because I said the truth. Because I'm not scared to say the truth. And today I'm going to tell you the truth, the bluntest truths that no one will ever tell you. When you look at me, when I go on Facebook, I want to die. I want to go back to my planet. Now, if you don't want to watch this, I told you it's not for the faint-hearted. And the darkness to the light is getting more and more difficult every single day for all of us. But I feel better now because I've realized something. One of my beautiful starseed friends has been through hell. Guys, we have been through hell. Us starseeds go through hell. We don't have the love and the support around us. We don't have the easy time. We don't have the easy childhood. We get the abuse. We get everything because you've got a job to do. Collectively, we're there for each other in some kind of way, maybe not physically. But we have to get on with our jobs, even if they take everything away, even if the internet goes. We have a job to do. We've been put here for a reason, each and every one of us. You have to stay strong. And today, I want to go back to my own planet. I do not want to be here. I don't feel connected to anything, but I feel alive. After all of that massive crying and breaking, I suddenly feel alive. I feel more alive than anyone. And maybe this is the problem, you see, because I feel alive. I feel every child's pain when they're sex slaved. I feel the pain of an animal or a child when they're SRA'd. When anyone tells their story, I feel everything. Every cell in my body is so alive. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to bring you back to life. That's it. I'm here to wake you up and bring you back to life. All my life, I've tried to do it with my music, with my singing, to wake you up, to bring you back to life. And now it's the awakening. And my heart is breaking. This heart is huge. It's so full of love. It's bursting with love that I can't give. Because you're dead. So many of you have gone to sleep and died on me. You've died inside. And so the frustration for me when I realize how alive I am, I can't be here anymore, because how can I be alive when I can't hug you? When I can't give you the love? I don't want the love for me. I want to give it. I want to give. I want to give the love. That's why it hurts so much that I can't give to my nieces. That's why it hurts so much that I could not adopt. I wanted to love. I wanted to love. Do you understand? And people look at me like, you're mad. I'm not mad. Those that watch this will understand. I wanted to love, because that's all I can do is love. And I love myself enough to understand that. I do love Laurene. I'm proud of me. I'm proud of everything I've been through and all the pain and the suffering. But how do I love others physically, not spiritually? I believe I was put here to love physically, to love people, to hold the people, to hold you, really hold people, to take away their pain. It's part of my job to hug you. I realized that. It just sort of came to me why I ended up in a wheelchair, to become so helpless, because everyone who didn't feel strong enough couldn't be around me. And it broke my heart, because I wanted to love them. It's not about you giving me love, but to give us to receive, to give us to receive, to give us to receive. What you give, you get back. What you give, you get back. I am a starseed that was put here to keep this heart open, regardless of all the shit and the pain and the demons that are coming at us. I am a starseed that was put here to give the love to humans, to those that can't love themselves. And those that can't love themselves, they push me away. That's it. Those that love yourselves, you don't push me away, because you can accept love, because love attracts love. Do you understand that now? I understand that now. Those of you that push me away are those of you that don't love yourselves. Because those of you that are not scared of me, like my husband, love themselves enough to be around me. And that's a huge realization. You don't push me away because I make you feel useless or helpless. Yeah, I do make you feel helpless because you don't love yourselves. My beautiful friend, you know who you are, who never came to visit me in the wheelchair. I know how much you're going through. You do not love yourself. Your heart is breaking because of what happened to you as a child. You won't come near me because I'm going to show you that you don't love yourself. It's my job. Any beautiful friends that won't come near me now, because I'm showing you every single day when I break here or on Facebook that you do not love yourselves, because you're scared to look at the grief and the fear. Not fear, grief. I'm not scared. I'm full of grief. I'm not scared. Grief and loss and abandonment and frustration, and you won't look at your own. And you won't look at your own. And that's why you push me away. And all I am is a mirror. I'm a mirror. And those of you that are brave enough to look at your pain will embrace me. Because in the therapeutic community, everyone who could not look at themselves, and they were the ones that failed. They're back on drugs and drink, and they couldn't cope when I got well. They tried to fix me, and if they couldn't fix me, they tried to get rid of me. But the interesting thing is that they were the one that ran out screaming when I said the truth. All I said was the truth. What are you so scared of? Big bad Laurene? I'm the teddy bear with the wounded paw, with, you know, the one who's got that little thorn in it. That's me. And I'm working on getting that thorn out of me every single day. And something doesn't want me to do my job. This is what my starseed friends have been telling me online. That they don't want me to do my job, so they're trying to stop me from realizing what I really am. The minute I realized it, I thought I can do an awakening. If I can do an awakening, then I can do moving on TV. If I can do moving on TV, then there's a reason for me being here, to teach you to love yourself. That's why I'm here, pure and simple. Why won't you love yourself? Because if you loved yourselves, then you'd love me. That's it. It's simple. It's easy. That's it. If you loved yourselves, if you loved your helplessness, if you loved your grief, if you loved whatever it is that I show you, that's all my job is, to show you that you don't love yourselves. But I do love myself. And that's why I do what I love. And that's why I go on Facebook and I show you gut-wrenching loneliness and pain. Because I want you to feel that in you. I just realized that. The awakenings are becoming more and more powerful. The awakenings are becoming so powerful. This is not just your basic affirmation and card that I will pull to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you don't want to hear. Why would I want to go out and save the kids and help them? Because my heart is so open and full of love that I can't express. I've given myself. You can't keep giving yourself. Okay, I give myself the love. I do what I love. I meditate. I go to the allotment, but then I sit there and it wants to give more, and I can't. There's no one to give it to except my partner. But that's hard to do. It's harder to do. So much baggage. And it's not enough. Because he doesn't need me. Because he has plenty of love around him. But I feel like I'm magnetized to those that I know haven't got the love. They show me how sad they are inside. How closed, how numb, how dead they've become. And they're the ones I want to give the love to. I'm not a vampire. I don't need you to hug me or come and visit me. I'm not a vampire. It's the opposite. You know, my mum used to say this when I was little. She said, You were the little girl that used to hug everyone. What happened? We went to Israel. What happened? You were the little girl that people would come around, or even you'd hug me. She used to say you'd rush to me and give me a hug. And what happened to you, Laurene? What happened? What happened to you? And when we took you to Israel, what happened to you to make you what you are? I got kicked out of me. They killed it. They killed my heart. They killed any love I had by taking me to that place. That shock. So that's the message for today. Big awakening to you demons up there. The more you push, the more I fight. With what I have. With the love I have for the children and innocents and vulnerable. Imagine taking all those children, all those little lost kids, and just shall we do that? Shall we do that now on the awakening? Close your eyes. Imagine all these kids, all these beautiful children that are going through what they're going through. These little, beautiful little souls, innocent little souls that were put here to do their job. Unfortunately, that's their job, isn't it? Because their job is opening up the heart of the world. I can feel it. Can you feel how much they need our love? How frustrating it is to not be able to just hold them. For God's sake, if you've got a child in your life, just hug them, please hug them. And when you hug them, think about the others. Think about those kids. Yeah, my father was an interesting empath and an indigo. And I believe now, from what I'm learning of the homes, that he was probably abused as a child as well. I thought, this is what I'm learning from the homes in the UK. So I was kicked out of him somehow. But what he always he couldn't bear to watch children suffering. He couldn't bear it. He'd put something on and there would be a documentary. Animals and children, he said, I can't bear it. I can't watch it. And every time I suffered, or my sister when we were little, he very quickly would make us feel guilty. He couldn't bear it. He couldn't bear it. And I have that pattern in me with certain people. If I can't fix it, but this is the problem, I can't fix it. What can I do? What can I do? So today I more or less learned that I wasn't put here to physically go and release children from sex slaving. Not physically. What I was put here to do was to open your hearts, to love yourselves enough, so that if you love yourself, then you won't let this happen to children anymore. Those of you that love yourself enough will have enough love to focus on the children. Those of you that don't love yourself, that you're numb, that you're dead inside, you won't care enough. Sounds a bit of a paradox, doesn't it? Life is a paradox. We're paradoxes. We're unique as well as paradoxes. Nothing is straightforward, nothing. Sometimes I think there is other dimensions. There's another dimension where we never went to Israel. And I grew up in a safe community, and me and my sister are now great friends. And I never left. I went to Israel on my own accord, maybe, or to Manchester or wherever else people went from Ireland, the Jewish community. And I was a famous singer in Ireland, an accordionist. I was so successful that all I had to do was come to England and all the doors flew open. This is a good dimension. There was no SRA, there was no abuse, even though I got involved as a child and became a performer. No one touched me. I was very lucky. This is a happy dimension where I did theatre. I've got a beautiful home. I live however I want to live, and I can give money to whoever I want to give. There is no sex trafficking. There is no SRA. There is nothing except love. That's one dimension we could imagine. It's too late for me now to relive that childhood. But what about the children when they're released? Can we give them that childhood back? Can we? Isn't it our responsibility to give them the love that they lost? Open orphanages and teach them, but how do you help a child that's gone through satanistic ritual abuse? Look, there's lots of wonderful people that I'm finding out more and more that have gone through that. And they're working to save humanity. They're brave. They're so brave. They're the kind of friends I want. They're brave. Brave isn't the word. My humility and I bow down to them. I bow down to those that have gone through SRA and have been able to bring up children and to go out now and stand up for humanity and the children. I bow down to them. Because I went through nothing like that, as far as I know. God, I don't know. I went through nothing like that. So I take my hat off to you guys. And tomorrow night, I will be interviewing Alan Merrick, who is exposing the children's homes in this country. Another brave warrior went through hell, and you'll hear his story, and you will hear his story. And he will interview me eventually. And if you don't know my story, you can read it in Simply Amazing. Someone took a chance on me and put me in their book. Chapter 8. But you know, even if as much as I tell you about what happened to me at that dentist's office, it's still, I can't put it into words what I felt when I was 11. How can you? But I'm one of the lucky ones. I'm one of the lucky ones. My sister got cancer because of it. I didn't. I learned way beyond what I was, you know, I learned and learned and learned, and I'm still learning. So, you know, I'm not here to make us feel better. Then that's not real waking up, is it? I was thinking about that. You know, who told me that I've got to come on here and make you feel better? I'm here to tell you the truth, to wake you up. It's called the awakening. Welcome to the awakening. And sometimes I feel, oh God, if I show you the real Laurene, you're going to run away. Well, run away then, because you're not the kind of people I want if you run away. But if you're prepared to look at this and try to figure out, okay, what's she trying to teach me here? I'm not scared to lose friends anymore. I'm not scared of his friends anymore. It's quite funny. What friends? Even those of you that are real, I know who you are. I know who you are. You have hearts. I'm not saying that these people don't have hearts. I'm saying that they can't face what they need to face. They won't face what they need to face. And one day it'll come knocking on their door, boom, boom, boom. I'm telling you, if you don't face grief, grief will come. If you don't face grief, it will come to you and it will knock on your door. Because you're going to have to face it. Because this is the awakening. And the only way you can ascend is by becoming real. Real. And you know, when I went on there and I said the things I said on Facebook and I was crying because I was devastated. I felt completely devastated when I did that. Full of grief and loneliness. I got people saying to me, thank you. Those that felt what I felt and understood, they said, thank you. They said, thank you. Those who are too busy or not connecting or not giving themselves a chance to feel grief and loneliness and the gut-wrenching stuff and don't want me around them because I'm showing it to them what they will not feel, it will come to you. It always does. It always does. I feel like doing a chakra oceanic tarot. Don't know why, because it's beautiful to look at. But I've just been called to do that. And for some reason, I absolutely love shuffling cards. Maybe it's a relaxation thing, but card fell out. But I love it. It just makes me feel better when I shuffle cards. And I've only learned how to do this recently. So spirits and love, give us a card for my beautiful viewers who are getting stronger and stronger and watching. We've got a few. I'm going to pick a few here. Tonight I'm going to put on the Laurene Hope Glory Show with Mike Shinton for you to watch. And this awakening will go on now as soon as I can get it on. Because it follows up from Facebook. You know, I rang the Samaritans today and she was lovely, absolutely adorable. And she said to me, she said, I don't get it how you can be on your own for so long. She said, I really don't get it. She was so empathetic. Empathetic, that word? Full of empathy. Lovely. And she agreed with me about loneliness and that loneliness kills. Hang on. So let's put it this way. So loneliness kills. What if loneliness is killing the part of me that is stopping me from understanding what I'm here to do? And yeah, I'm saying that now because I feel a bit better, but what if I don't feel like this tomorrow? And I go on Facebook again. Will you get fed up with watching raw grief and loneliness? And to say that word, I want to die. I want to die. When you say that, they come running after you with ambulances and putting a muzzle over you. You're not allowed to say, I want to die. And I know most of you feel it. Most of you want to go back to your planet, starseeds. I know you do. You tell me, and that's why you won't have me around you, because I know the bullshit. But that's the problem with the system we created. Why can't you say, I want to die? Why can't I say that? It's just words. And I feel gutted and I feel like it's not that I want to die. I want something better. Something inside me wants to die because it's had enough of this intense, terrible, terrible, terrible world. Chaos, cruelty, every day. There's nothing more to find out, I think. After watching Blake Lively, I think you must know what the worst is. What could be worse than that? We know what they're doing. You know, we know frazzle drip, you know, we've all seen it. So I want to die. Why do people switch off when I say I want to die? Why can't I say it? You see, I told you that I was going to say what nobody else will say to you. Oh, isn't it terrible? People want to die and take their own lives and commit suicide. Why is it terrible to say that? I want to die. I don't feel grateful at the moment for being alive. I'm scared of death because I'd probably have to come back and be sex slave as a baby. But if we knew that there was a beautiful world waiting for us, if we knew the truth, wouldn't you want to go? Of course you would. Who wants to be here? It's horrible. It's hell. I am living like, you remember Patrick McGowan? I'm not a number. I'm a free man. Number 6. They gave him number 6. Of course it was number 6. Had to be a 6. And that big balloon that kept coming towards him. That balloon, you know, if you maybe watch The Prisoner, he lived in Stepford Land. That's how we're living. There's a beautiful girl, a young girl. I went down to the village today. I was near the village centre. Beautiful girl, long blonde hair, and she had this thing on her. It looked like, you know, when you go diving, like massive. And I thought, how can she breathe? Obviously, the brain's not getting any oxygen, so she's going to get even worse, isn't she? If you wear something like that or latex across your mouth, well, then how can your oxygen get? You can't breathe. You can't breathe. Nothing's going to your brain. You're going to end up stupid, demented, mentally ill. Of course, then they can give you more drugs. Of course, more reasons. But I do talk to Mike Shinton about that. So please watch the interview with Mike Shinton. Beautiful, beautiful soul. Doesn't live that far. Lives in Birmingham. Wish we could meet in the middle, maybe. But I haven't got the energy to drive, to go on those roads and to battle through that. Oh, God, I haven't got the energy. I don't know about you, but I haven't got the energy. Let's have a look at the cards. Right, the first one that fell down, Queen of Swords, resilience. Interesting. Be resilient. Cut through the bullshit. Queen of Swords, she's powerful, she's strong, she's full of love, but she doesn't take bullshit. Resilience. That's like me telling you the truth. So you have a right to want to die if you want to do it. It's your choice. And all the mental health charities are going to come down on me saying, you're telling people, you know what? I don't give a shit. None of you ever supported me. You're leaving people on their own all the time. All you want to do is medicate them and give them drugs. If people want to leave the planet, let them. Oh, they're going to come down on me. Woo. Understanding, King of Cups. We'll put these together in a minute. This is what we need in order to get through this madness. Completion, 10 of Cups. That is beautiful, beautiful card. That is total emotional balance of what we're going to get when the children are, when we're waiting again. Are we waiting? We're always waiting, or we're always waiting, like that song by Diana Ross. I'm still waiting, I'm still waiting. I remember from the time we went to Israel, I waited to come back to Ireland, waiting. Now we're waiting for Nasara and Gesara, waiting for the children to be free, waiting. When are we going to have the world that we love? We're waiting again for this. When? It's not here, guys. And then you've got motivation. Motivation. Never give up. Never give up. Resilience, beautiful resilience. Understanding of what we're going through. And completion at some point. Please, God, we'll get the world where we can all work. We can all work and earn a living or barter. I've been waiting my whole life. Waiting. I didn't enjoy my life because I've always been waiting. Waiting to be a performer, waiting to be a mom, waiting to adopt. Waiting to get enough subscribers to stream. And yet I went out there and I created shows that I was always waiting for the audiences. Now we're waiting for Nasara and Gasara. We're waiting for the children to be freed, because how can we live anymore in this world until the children are freed? How can you sleep at night knowing what they're doing? I can't. Because we're waiting. And the cards are telling you it's coming to completion. Please, God, when Trump gets in, hopefully, they'll have no one to fight anymore and they'll have to give up. And then everything will happen, all the good stuff that we've been waiting for. All the knowledge that was withheld from us, how to heal ourselves, how to time travel, Tesla energy. Everything we've been waiting for, they've took from us. You'll be able to get in. You won't have to go on an airplane to travel to see your friends. Somehow you'll know how to do it. They know how to do it. I know they do. It was explained to me. That's how they sex traffic the kids so quickly. They know how to get them from one country to another. Without airplanes, without boats. They held all of that from us. I've been waiting for a long time. I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but God, from the age of 7, I've been waiting. Have you been waiting? So you need understanding with yourself and others. Understand your pain. Understand how it feels to want to die. And give yourself more love that day. Give yourself more love that day. If you feel like you don't want to be here, give yourself a bit more love. Do something that you really love. Eat chocolate. Cook your favorite meal. I don't know anymore what to do sometimes, except get on here and teach. Get on here and teach. Edit moving on TV. Play, do a Baba Bertha and have a laugh. I love the cards. Maybe do the cards for you. I haven't done Gemini. And find your resilience by being honest. I broke all the rules today. I said everything that no one is allowed to say, because that's part of my job. And everyone that had the guts to do that, they gave them a label, they numbed them and they threw them away. But they couldn't do that with me. Something protected me and put me in a space where I wasn't allowed to have medication. And it made me so strong. So strong. Have motivation. Never give up your motivation. Choose another path if you have to. 3 of Wands. If you can't have that one, doesn't work, try that or try that. Don't be afraid to go on Facebook and cry. People will love you more. If they don't love you more, then they're not worth it. The minute you show the real you, go on Facebook and do a Facebook Live and show the real you. I've had more people send me beautiful messages since I've started doing that. Moving on TV subscribers have gone up since I've started doing real gut awakenings. Anyway, that's it for today. Or do I have to stay sane in the crazy world card with you? My heart is broken because it can't give enough love physically. And as I said, that's why I'm here. And what you've learned up until now is told you that we don't need people, that spirit tells you, that you've been told spiritually that we don't need anyone, that we can connect to each other through spirit. Well, do you know what? I'm giving you another possibility today. We do need people in a nice way. We're tribal. I'm giving you another option. What if Buddha wasn't actually accurate? Or what if he was misinterpreted? Yes, if you want to be a monk like Buddha, be a monk like Buddha. But humans, it's either that or we're conditioned to need each other. But what if we're not conditioned to need each other? I told you, it's all paradoxes. What if we actually do need people around us? Help someone. The cards are telling you, help someone. Today I'll be kind to someone, me. Today, if I need to focus too much on myself, I will focus on someone else and give them some compassion. You. What if we actually do need people? As I said to you, when in war situations in Israel, we go down to the air raid shelters. I don't know why I'm shuffling, I just like it. We go down to the air raid shelters in the wars and we bond and we'd sing and we'd play. I play the accordion and you could have some fun. Understanding, completion, resilience, motivation. We do need people in a nice way. I'm not talking about being a vampire. I'm talking about now and then, maybe once a week. And why do you think people have meetups and groups? Come on, guys. It's natural. Why do you think people have children? Why do you think people have families? It's natural. We're tribal. And so what I'm going through is not natural. It's not right. It's not what nature. Look at nature. Look at the mother and her cubs. Look at how flowers grow. They all grow together. Look at leaves on the trees. They're all together, aren't they? You don't see a leaf on its own standing with one branch. They're all connected. Nature is about connecting people. I don't know where this is coming from. Obviously, something is coming through me. Nature. We're put on this planet to as Baba Bertha would say, to pollinate each other. How can you pollinate each other wearing masks? How can you have children? Why do you think the mask? Why do you think the social distancing? You know, because you've got brains. We're put here to populate, to grow together, to build a beautiful world. Nature does it all the time. Look at rabbits. That's why they say what rabbits do. They're doing it like rabbits. Because that's why we're here. We're not here to be on our own. Interfaith, multiculturalism. They tried to get us to kill each other in wars. We connect religions, cultures, colors, everything. Something taught you that we're not tribal, that it's okay to be on your own and lonely. I'm telling you it's not okay. And if you are struggling, if you are a single mom and you're not wearing a mask and you need support, we're here for each other. I am. Why not? Call on each other. Support each other. That's why I wanted to create a commune before this madness. Look at the timing. I was about to create a commune. And then they locked us down. Because that's what we need to do. No one should ever be lonely. No one should ever be on their own. And I'm putting on here again, loneliness kills. And yes, you can go on Zooms and you can go on the internet, but it's not the same. You know, I'll give you another example. People came to my shows. They saw the videos, and then they said, when I see you live, Lauren, your energy, we feel connected, that energy. When you sing with the audience, my theatre company, I loved it. It's gone. Gone. You can't rehearse, you can't do shows. Well, they took that away anyway, because they wouldn't put you anywhere unless you had billions of pounds to pay for a theatre. People need people in a positive way, not vampirish way. And if you're in a position to do something now, you're all invited to the allotment. I always invite you to come and sing and hug and sit with me and meditate if we can't sing, if it's too noisy. There's a shed. Bring a cushion and we'll meditate together and we'll hug. You know that little book of hugs? Why do you think they released that little book of hugs? The little book of hugs got rid of depression. Depression went down when they put out that message, a hug a day keeps the doctor away. Not an apple a day, a hug. So that's my conclusions for the awakening. I hope I've taken you into the light and explained to you a little bit more about what I feel has been coming through me now. Because what I feel, this intense, gut-wrenching grief and loneliness, is not what we're meant to feel. And I don't care anyone who tells me about Buddha. Jesus never said it. Jesus said, love each other. And he always traveled with a lot of people, and so did Buddha, and so do all the monks. They all live together. They live together, and they support each other. And that's how we should be now in this awakening. I love you. And as I said to you, I don't care what anyone says. I'm not coming from demons. I'm coming from here. And I am telling you that what you were taught was wrong. And people are not meant to feel the way I feel today. Okay, I love you. And the only way I can deal with this is by going on Facebook and showing you the truth and telling you the truth. Gut-wrenching loneliness and grief. And if you can't watch it, then I'm telling you that you do not love yourself.